Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle.
So what I'm doing the first time I'm listening to a recording is just making sure I can pick out some of the words. So if we listen to les chemins de, I think that'll go to here.
Les chemins.
No, that was les chemins de.
Les chemins de.
Voilà, les chemins.
Les chemins de. Les chemins de.
And then we got les chemins de Saint-Jacques probably goes to here.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de.
No, that was de. And she's starting to say the C of Compostelle. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de.
Okay, and then Compostelle, and then she takes a right here.
Compostelle, Compostelle, Compostelle.
And then she takes a breath. That's right here. Okay, so here's les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle.
Now we will recognize that in a sentence. And maybe if we're in the southwest of France and people are saying, yeah, this is part of the chemin de Saint-Jacques, the path to Santiago in Spain.
Ne sont que les voies de communication antiques.
Wait, okay. I want you to hear something in just a second, but let's do ne sont pas, ne sont que.
Ne sont que.
Ne sont que les, and she's starting to say the les. Ne sont que les.
Ne sont que. Ne sont que.
Well, you only hear there ne sont que, and then that's probably les, ne sont que les.
Ne sont que les.
Voilà. She's starting to say voix. Ne sont que les voix.
Ne sont que les.
All right. So I like to listen to everything from the beginning.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les.
Ne sont que les. All right, and then let's see what we have here.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication.
Les voies de communication. Communication is quick there, so your brain probably won't hear all of the sounds of communication because it's so quick there. Communication, but you'll hear it like on the fifth, sixth time. It'll become clearer and clearer.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication.
So this communication is a word that if you'd heard it in a conversation, it would go by perhaps so quickly that you wouldn't even catch what it was. But now that you've heard it, now that you've heard the quick version, you'll probably be more likely to catch it in a normal conversation. A lot of this is just getting used to things, getting used to how certain words sound in spoken French.
Que les voies de communication.
Communication, it's probably here.
Communication.
Ouais. Communication.
Communication. Communication. Communication. Communication.
Communication. Communication antique. And then she says, something I want you to notice here. She could have said this, antique, and without saying that, antique. Listen to this, without the final E sound after antique.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques.
But because she's from the south of France, she's going to make a more noticeable E sound than someone from the north of France would make. Listen to this. Now she's going to make the E sound after antique. She's going to say antique.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques.
Antique. It sounds almost like a separate word, but you'll hear that in the south of France. Or if someone's trying to speak very clearly.
Antique. Antique.
Antique.
Antique. Antique.
So that extra E is something that you don't have to hear in order for it to be clear.
Antique.
That sounds like antique.
Antique. Antique.
But in the south, you might hear that extra sound.
Antique. Antique. Antique.
All right. Okay. So now we have that. Let's play, and she's got the breath here. Let's play from the beginning. See how much of this, if it's starting to become clear for us.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques.
And pretty soon we can start to hear it without looking at the transcript. I always start with the transcript, and then to see if it's starting to become clearer, I look away from the transcript and listen again and see if now I can hear all those words without the transcript.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques.
It's becoming more and more clear. Let's see what she says here.
Qui ont été souvent fixées par les Romains.
Okay, this is going to be a little bit challenging because of the all the qui ont été.
Qui ont été souvent fixées par les Romains.
So probably what would happen is you wouldn't hear the qui ont été the first few times you listen, but you would probably catch sont qui ont été fixés. You would probably hear that par les Romains. Just see if you can hear fixés par les Romains.
Qui ont été souvent fixées par les Romains. Fixées par les Romains. Fixées par les Romains. Fixées par les Romains. Fixées par les Romains.
Fixés par les Romains, and souvent is probably here.
Souvent fixées par les Romains.
Souvent, maybe he starts here.
Souvent fixées par les Romains. Souvent fixées par les Romains.
All right, let's go back to qui ont été.
Qui ont été souvent fixées par les Romains.
Okay, so the qui ont été, this is your challenge. This is the hard part of spoken French. It's listening until this finally becomes natural to you. Qui ont été, recognizing that in a spoken conversation. There's only one way I know that you can get to where you can recognize it in a spoken conversation, and that's by having a transcript, looking at the transcript and following along and saying, oh, do I hear that? And listening for it. And then turning your head away and saying, from the transcript, turning your eyes away and saying, now, do I still hear it now that I'm not looking at the transcript?
Qui ont été souvent fixées par...
Okay, qui ont été. Wait a second. Qui ont été.
Qui ont été...
Qui ont été.
Qui ont été... Qui ont été... Qui ont été... Qui ont été...
It may help you if we can break this up a little bit. Let me see here. This is probably qui ont.
Qui ont... Qui ont...
Qui ont probably goes to here.
Qui ont... Qui ont...
Qui ont. Qui ont. It may also help you sometimes to try to say that and to figure out how you could say it. Sometimes it can help you hear it. So if you take the inside of the tip of your tongue and touch the inside of your lower teeth and just say qui ont, qui ont, qui ont, and keeping the tip of your tongue on the inside of your lower teeth. Don't let it move. Qui ont, qui ont.
Qui ont... Qui ont... Qui ont...
This is qui ont et just before the T sound.
Qui ont été... Qui ont été...
Qui ont et. Qui ont et. Qui ont et. Qui ont et.
Qui ont été... Qui ont été...
And this is probably qui ont été.
Qui ont été... Qui ont été... Qui ont été...
Let's listen now. Qui ont été fixés.
Qui ont été souvent fixées par les Romains.
Souvent fixés par les Romains.
Qui ont été souvent fixées par les Romains.
So this becomes clearer to us as we listen multiple times.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques, qui ont été souvent fixées par les Romains.
And it becomes more and more clear the more times I play it. So I'll play it twice more.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques, qui ont été souvent fixées par les Romains. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques, qui ont été souvent fixées par les Romains.
Another aside, what I like about real conversations is that I get a feeling for I get a feeling for the person's personality, the way they express themselves. So I'll put a link to this sample. What I would do is, when you get to the page that I'm going to link to, you'll see that you don't see the transcript. But I always show the transcript. I always start with the transcript. Shorten the loop so that you're only listening to the first line or so, and then play that until you can hear the words of the first line. Then lengthen the loop so that you can hear maybe the first and half of the second line, and then lengthen the loop again and play again so that you can hear the whole thing. So I'm doing like this.
Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que... Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont... Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle ne sont que les voies de communication antiques. Les chemins de Saint-Jacques.
And then once you finish listening to this, click on here, another every word exercise, and that'll take you to the next little clip like this. You click, you go, show the answer, and at first you want to listen while looking at the transcript. Then once you can hear all the words that you see on the page, or most of them, can you turn away and still hear those words? That's when you're really learning, when you're learning to hear the words that are in the sound that you see on the page, when you learn to hear them in the sound. That's it. Have a good day, and let me know if you have any questions. If some of this was difficult for you, I'll make another video to help you with the hard parts. Have a good day.